A Supreme Court emergency ruling handed down at 6:23 a.m. today has abolished every firearm permit requirement across America. Gun control proponents are labeling it collapse of gun safety. Gun rights defenders are hailing it as return of constitutional liberty. In a single ruling, the justices invalidated concealed carry permits, purchase permits, ownership licenses, every bureaucratic approval process in all 50 states. If you've been stuck waiting months for a carry permit or got turned down buying a firearm due to missing paperwork, this means you can practice your Second Amendment rights right away without state approval. Smash subscribe button. Because this emergency ruling voids permit statutes in 43 states, impacts every owner in America, and changes how we practice gun rights. The age of begging government permission to possess or carry firearms died at 6:23 a.m. this morning. Here's what unfolded on April 28, 2026 at 6:23 a.m. Eastern. The Supreme Court delivered an emergency ruling in National Association for Gun Rights versus United States. The justices declared all firearm permit schemes, purchase permits, carry permits, ownership licenses represent unconstitutional prior restraints on Second Amendment protections and breach the historical tradition standard established in Bruin. Every permit mandate is now illegal. Let me unpack what this ruling accomplishes. Which permits got wiped out? What actions are legal today that were banned yesterday? How states are forced to react. Number 1, the Supreme Court's holding and why it wipes out every permit scheme. This isn't restricted to carry permits. It covers every approval mandate. The Second Amendment safeguards a pre-existing individual right. Government has no authority to make exercising constitutional protections contingent on securing bureaucratic clearance. While authorities confirm eligibility via instant background screenings, they cannot mandate permits, licenses, or approval cards that postpone or block rights. All the state and federal firearm permit mandates are unconstitutional prior restraints. What's gone effective? Immediately concealed carry permits everywhere. Purchase permits for pistols. Illinois FOID cards. New Jersey permits. North Carolina permits. Ownership licenses. Massachusetts FID cards, New York pistol licenses, waiting periods extending past background check duration, training mandates as permit prerequisites, fees for approval cards, what stays lawful NICS background screenings, prohibited person classifications, felons, domestic violence perpetrators, juveniles, age limits 18 for long guns, 21 for pistols, FOID obligations for sellers, instant eligibility confirmation, crucial difference confirmation, versus approval. Government can confirm you're not barred. It cannot force you to secure approval slips, await clearance, or finish bureaucratic hurdles before practicing rights. Number 2, how this hits 50 states based on existing statutes. Effects stretch from transformative to barely noticeable. Most devastated states, 10+ statutes nullified Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, California, Hawaii, Illinois, Connecticut, Maryland, Delaware, Rhode Island. These operated multi-layered permit schemes for buying, possessing, carrying, all dead. Now Massachusetts changes FID cards vanished. LTC licenses wiped out by carry firearms with only a background check. New York changes pistol licenses abolished. Carry permits void own and carry pistols without licensing. Illinois changes FOID cards overturned. Purchase permits eliminated. Immediate gun access following background check. New Jersey changes. Pistol purchase permits. Void carry permits abolished. California changes. Waiting periods past NICS time. Illegal, moderately impacted. 3 to 5 statutes struck. Michigan, North Carolina, Washington, Oregon, Colorado, Minnesota. These operated purchase permits or shall issue carry, creating the bureaucratic holdups. Barely impacted 25 constitutional carry states operated without permit requirements. They're already in compliance and shielded from future permit efforts. Quick legal disclaimer, this is educational material about Supreme Court rulings, not professional legal counsel. Gun statutes are shifting fast. Always confirm current law and seek attorneys for particular circumstances. Number 3, what you can lawfully do today that was outlawed yesterday. Immediate expansion of firearm freedoms for millions. You can buy firearms without permits, stroll into gun shops, clear background check, walk out with firearm. No waiting weeks for purchase permits, no FOID cards, no pistol licenses, just instant confirmation and purchase. You can carry concealed without permits. Ruling applies coast to coast. Carry pistols concealed in public without securing licenses. States may ban carry in restricted locations, courthouses, schools, but cannot demand permits for ordinary public carry. You can possess pistols without licensing. Massachusetts residents no longer require FID cards for firearms. New York residents don't need pistol licenses. Possess pistols the same way you possess other belongings. You can dodge training mandates. States demanding training classes before granting permits can no longer impose those conditions. Training is worthwhile, but the government cannot require it as a prerequisite for rights. You can skip waiting periods once background check clears. Typically minutes you collect property. 10-day waiting periods in California are history. Arbitrary delays removed. Number 4, state reactions and compliance deadlines. Responses vary from instant compliance to resistance plotting. Instant compliance. States Texas, Florida, Arizona, and constitutional carry states released announcements confirming they're already compliant. No adjustments needed since they never demanded permits. Delayed compliance. California, New York, New Jersey claim they're studying ruling and will provide direction within 72 hours. Translation hunting for loopholes and defiance tactics. Active defiance threats. Massachusetts governor declared state will discover substitute public safety measures. Illinois Ag unveiled emergency public safety bills to swap permits with alternate restrictions. Hawaii authorities branded ruling hazardous and pledged new statutes. What this signifies, some states will comply right away. Others will attempt end runs, swapping permits with safety certificates, eligibility cards, or other rebranded approval systems. These will be challenged immediately and likely overturned under this ruling. Federal Reaction ATF released. Notice that NICS background screenings proceed as usual. No federal permits ever existed, so federal compliance is automatic. DOJ refused to comment on state defiance. Number 5. What gun control organizations are scheming? The response is organized and heavily financed. Every town announced a $50 million push for substitute safety measures, mandatory insurance, ammunition limits, safe storage requirements with inspections, expanded prohibited classifications. Giffords issued model bills. Firearm registration arguing registration isn't permitting ammunition licenses, arguing Second Amendment doesn't cover ammo. Magazine restrictions. Brady strategy challenge ruling through fresh lawsuits. Differentiate licensing from permitting advance federal registry bills. Why these collapse? Ruling grounded in constitutional text and Bruin historical tradition. Registration schemes are approval systems. Ammunition licenses are prior restraints. Identical principles govern. Number 6. Your full action strategy for the coming 30 days while states adapt. Here's precisely what to execute. Step 1. Confirm you're not prohibited. Background check rejection causes include felony convictions, domestic violence convictions, protective orders, drug addiction rulings, mental health rulings, if prohibited. This ruling doesn't assist you to pursue rights reinstatement. Step 2. If you're not prohibited, practice your rights. Visit gun shops. Clear background checks. Acquire firearms. Begin carrying concealed, if you prefer. No permits necessary. Step 3. Record everything. Retain receipts. Background check. Clearances. Timestamps, if states attempt. Enforcement. In spite this ruling, documentation demonstrates compliance with actual law. Step 4. No restricted location bans remain. The ruling abolishes permits but doesn't abolish restricted location prohibitions. Federal law still bars firearms in federal facilities, schools, etc. State statutes on restricted locations stay enforceable. Step 5. Pursue training voluntarily. This ruling abolishes compulsory training as permit prerequisite. It doesn't render training unimportant. Pursue professional education because skill and safety count. Step 6. Back litigation funding. Gun rights organizations invested millions on this case. They'll invest millions more protecting it against state defiance. Join SAF FPC GOA and donate. Step 7. Get ready for November 2026. This ruling occurred because Trump appointed 3 justices. Future appointments hinge on elections. Register and vote safeguard these victories. Number 7. Why? This marks the most significant Second Amendment triumph in American history and what lies ahead. This ruling fundamentally reshapes gun rights. Historical backdrop. Heller, 2008. Acknowledged individual right. McDonald, 2010. Applied against states. Bruin 2022 created historical tradition standard. This ruling 2026 abolishes approval systems nationwide. Each case broadened rights step by step. This is capstone full reinstatement of Second Amendment. As drafted, the figures 43 states operated some permit mandates, all overturned. 180+ million adults can now practice Second Amendment rights without state clearance. Over 400 distinct permit, license, and approval mandates eliminated in one ruling. What's coming? States will attempt workarounds. These will be challenged. Lower courts must obey Supreme Court precedent. Anticipate hundreds of lawsuits invalidating state attempts to reimpose approval systems under different labels. The closing battles, assault weapon prohibitions, likely overturned applying this ruling's logic. The magazine capacity restrictions probably voided. Ammunition limits challenged as prior restraints and registration systems abolished as approval requirements. Timeline anticipates state defiance litigation through 2026-2027. Assault weapon ban challenges reach Supreme Court 2027-2028. Complete Second Amendment reinstatement finished by 2029. Here's final word that the Supreme Court delivered an emergency ruling at 6:23 a.m. on April 28, 2026, abolishing all the firearm permit mandates, nationwide carry permits, purchase permits, ownership licenses. Every approval scheme is now illegal. 43 states must scrap permit laws. Over 180 million adults can now practice gun rights without bureaucratic clearance. The age of begging government permission to possess or carry firearms is finished. What you can execute today: acquire firearms with only background checks, carry concealed without permits, possess pistols without licenses, practice Second Amendment rights immediately. But the states will fight back. California, New York, Massachusetts, Illinois are crafting workarounds. They'll attempt registration systems, ammunition licenses, insurance mandates. All will be challenged applying rulings framework. Gun control organizations are mobilizing $50+ million drives for alternate restrictions. They'll advance federal legislation. They'll file fresh lawsuits. They aren't surrendering your action items. Practice your rights now. Document compliance. Pursue training voluntarily. Back litigation organizations. Vote in November to protect these victories. This is constitutional reinstatement. The Second Amendment as drafted. No infringement, no prior restraints, no approval required. The court recognized what the framers intended. Government confirms eligibility, but doesn't bestow approval for constitutional rights. Subscribe, because I'm monitoring every state reaction, every defiance attempt, every fresh lawsuit. Distribute this to everyone who's been waiting for carry permits or denied firearm purchases. They must know permits are finished. Though the Supreme Court just liberated 180 million Americans from gun permit schemes. Now protect this victory. Thanks for watching.